Opposing groups going head-to-head today in downtown Portland, as they have so many times. One group supporting the Him Too movement, the other group speaking out in support of sexual assault survivors. As with many other recent protests, members of Patriot Prayer and Antifa were among those gathered. Welcome to KOIN 6 News. It is 6 o'clock. I'm Trevor Alt. We have team coverage of these dueling demonstrations tonight. We want to begin with Elise Haas live in downtown Portland. Elise, what have you seen in the last hour?
Trevor, things have really calmed down in the past hour since we last saw you, and protesters, for the most part, have dispersed throughout downtown, so it's basically back to normal as we know it. But so I'm back in Chapman Square, where I spent most of my day today, and that's where the Survivors Are Everywhere protest took place and started at noon. All that's left now is some of their signs that they brought out here. You can see hashtag Him2 equals hashtag ho-hum, and fight transphobia, homophobia, racism, and sexism. And so today, earlier, there was hundreds of protesters here, members from Antifa, members from other, sympathizers with the Me Too movement. So here's video of earlier today that shows you what all the protesters were here. So they were having a lot of speakers today talking about their personal experience with rape, domestic violence, and sexual assault, and they don't want survivors and victims to be oppressed. So that's why they came out today to oppose the Him Too rally that was happening just across the street from them. So the counter protesters far outnumbered the members of the Him Too rally and those of Patriot Prayer. So for the most part, police kept the opposing groups separated during the rallies. They had fences up, they had police in tactical gear separating the two groups, except they did have to use some flashbangs and tear gas as the Him Too protesters left this afternoon around 4 o'clock, and then the counter protesters and members of Antifa started following them down the street. So that is when things started getting a little bit hectic. They declared it a civil disturbance. So protesters were seen with weapons, and that's when the police had to start getting everyone out of the downtown. So Antifa, again, was marching around the Patriot Prayer members in the Him Too rally, and that is when we saw a lot of the chaos earlier, just an hour ago. But like I mentioned, things have really calmed down now. This is a lot less violence than we've seen in other protests. There were some protesters who were arrested today, and a lot of that had to do with aggressive behavior and them talking to police or trying to go after those Patriot Prayer and Him Too members. But for now, this is an hours-long protest that has come to a close. And we're going to have more coverage at KOIN.com, so you can follow us along there. But for now, reporting live in downtown Portland, Elise Haas, KOIN 6 News.
And Elise, thank you. I know that you were with the protesters supporting sexual assault survivors. We want to switch over to Jennifer Dowling now, who was with Patriot Prayer. Jennifer, I know that you have seen a lot of these protests get out of control. Police, of course, in the past tried to keep these groups separate, but often fail. What was different today from your perspective?
Well, Trevor, you're right. I was with the Him Too supporters and the Patriot Prayer folks here in Terry Shrunk Plaza. And what was different? Well, we saw these metal barricades go up around Terry Shrunk Plaza. We've seen that before. DHS officers were also checking bags to make sure there was no weapons when the Patriot Prayer and the Him Too folks were going into Terry Shrunk Plaza. But what was different? If you look across the street there to Chapman Square, before, protesters from Antifa and those opposing Patriot Prayer and other groups were able to come right up to the sidewalk there, almost into the streets, and they were often blocked in the past by police officers at that street dividing line there. Well, this time they had orange plastic barricades, and they had them pushed back several hundred feet, it looked like, into Chapman Square, so that the groups would be very well separated this time. There was no chance for them to come together. That's when we've seen those huge clashes in the past. All this past summer, we've seen fights when the two groups go on the march or get together. So that was different. Also, Patriot Prayer, they didn't have as many folks here as they usually do, and the Him Too movement as well. They're around maybe 40 to 50 people in the plaza. We've seen larger showings from that group, although Antifa did outnumber them. When they left the plaza, that's when things can get kind of tricky, but police were on it right away. They kept the group separated, even though those folks from Him Too and Patriot Prayer did walk around downtown a little bit. It wasn't as big of a march as we've seen before, and it appeared to me more like they were walking around maybe to get to eventually to their cars, which did happen. There were some arguments along the way, some clashes, but nothing as crazy as I've seen full-on riots this past summer, people just pummeling each other in the streets. Nothing like that occurred where I could see. Just some arguments back and forth, some shouting, angry words exchanged, maybe a little shoving, but again, nothing as crazy as we've seen here in the past. So I know that the Patriot Prayer Group and Him Too were going to reconvene in Vancouver at around 5:30 on the waterfront there, that according to Joey Gibson, to do some rallying there. As for what's happening now in downtown Portland, very quiet. The two groups have dispersed, and we'll wrap all this up for you coming up tonight at 11 o'clock. Trevor, back to you.
Well, Portland City Commissioners talked on Wednesday, Jennifer, that they believed that there were different steps that police could take, that they had the legal right to take that they hadn't in the past while they were voting down Mayor Wheeler's ordinance. You have to wonder if that was what they were talking about here today, and we saw it was effective. Thank you very much, Jennifer.